Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's U.S. End-of-Day Recap for Monday, March 9th, 2026. We will cover market movements in indexes, sectors, technology, crypto, currencies, and commodities. Kicking things off, I'm Max Profit. Key indexes were all up today. The S&P 500 index closed at 6,794.34, gaining 54.33 points. The Dow 30 index ended at 47,740.79, up 239.23 points. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq Composite index increased by 308.26, finishing at 22,695.95. In terms of market breadth, the S&P 500 index showed more decliners than advancers on a one-day basis, despite a positive close. The Dow 30 index saw 18 stocks advancing versus 12 declining. The Nasdaq Composite index had a stronger advance with 1,574 gaining stocks compared to 1,366 declines. Evaluating total and average daily returns, the Nasdaq Composite Index led with a weekly total return of 1.38%. The S&P 400 Mid-Cap Index showed a slight decline on a monthly basis, while the Russell 2000 Index posted a year-to-date return of 2.89%. Technology led the sectors, rising 1.8% to close at 5,442.38. The communication services gained 1.1%, showing mixed positive trends. Meanwhile, healthcare edged upward 0.94%, despite facing strong downward volatility in recent days. Among sectors with losses, financial services declined 0.52%, closing down for 3 consecutive days. Energy also faced losses, falling 0.42%, despite an otherwise strong trend in recent weeks. Utilities showed a positive trend, closing slightly up 0.18%. Highlighting global markets, South Korea iShares ETF surged 5.6%, closing at 133.89. Turkey iShares ETF followed with a 4% gain, exhibiting mixed positive trends. Brazil iShares ETF managed a 2.2% rise, despite some downward volatility today. Examining returns, South Korea iShares ETF's year-to-date total return is impressive at 37.72%. Turkey iShares ETF shows mixed trends with a 12.55% increase year-to-date. Despite fluctuations, Brazil iShares ETF remains positive in its year-to-date return of 16.77%. Let's focus on the top players in technology. Apple closed at 259.88 with an increase of 2.42, continuing its strong negative trend amid some downward volatility. Alphabet ended the day at 306.1, a notable rise of 7.71 or 2.5%, despite recent mixed trends showing downward volatility. Amazon showed little movement today, closing at 213.49, with just a minor upturn of 0.28 in a practically flat trend. Meta Platforms climbed marginally by 2.53 to settle at 647.39, but remains in a very strong negative trend with downward volatility. Finally, NVIDIA recorded a more notable increase, rising by 4.83 to finish at 182.65, although it remains in a negative trend amid some downward volatility.
Checking out crypto, I'm Timothy Satoshi. Bitcoin is currently soaring with a strong intraday price of $68,927.42, climbing up 2,956.86 and marking a 4.4% leap. Ethereum isn't lagging, rising 90.31 to 2,027.24 for a similar 4.6% jump. While BNB and Solana follow close behind with increases both over 4%, Dogecoin also perks up, adding 0.0020 to hit 0.0912. Continuing with impressive momentum, Bitcoin posts a week-to-date total return of 4.48%, overshadowing its year-to-date loss of 21.22%. Ethereum shares a similar story, with a week-to-date return of 4.66%, but a year-to-date drop of 31.67%. Even though BNB and Solana see comparable spikes this week, they too trail this year, marking 26.17% and 31.19% downturns, respectively. Lastly, Dogecoin gains 2.31% this week, yet struggles with a 22.21% decline for the year.
For a look at foreign exchange, I'm Victoria Cashmore. The US dollar is down against key world currencies. Against the euro, it is now at 0.8606, declining by 0.0075, with a very strong positive trend persisting. Meanwhile, versus the British pound, the dollar stands at 0.7444, dropping by 0.0077 amid mixed positive trends. The Japanese yen saw the dollar fall to 157.8030, despite a very strong positive trend and recent flat trading. Against the Swiss franc, it sits at 0.7780, with a slight drop of 0.0033 amid mixed negative trends. Lastly, the dollar weakened to 1.4140 against the Australian dollar, a notable decrease influenced by strong negative trends.
I'm Max Profit, along with our AI hosts Timothy Satoshi and Victoria Cashmore. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check in weekdays after 4 p.m. New York time for daily market reports with in-depth stock, index, sector, crypto, currency, and commodity coverage. Thanks for watching.